Hello bubbles, so welcome to my channel. My name is Mimito and today we are drafting a perfect cupped corset and let's get right into it. If you're making a corset, what you need to do is first draft your over bust bustier. Before I forget, and also you forget, please do not forget to subscribe, comment and share. This will help get to somebody who is desperately in need of these tutorials. Measure your nipple to nipple measurements and that should form the vertical line from your shoulder to bottom. Getting the depth of your cups depends on how much room you want your cups to have. This is a size 14 bustier and what I used was 3 inches. 1.5 to the left and 1.5 to the right. This is very important. When drafting your cups, make sure you are away by 1 inch from the bust point. This is to avoid unrealistic curves and then pointed cups. You want your cups to be as natural as possible. Also, did you notice that the depth around the under bust is quite wider than the chest area? This is simply because there is more depth under your bust than around your chest. The highlighted area is what we are cutting off, so when you're marking your shoulder, make sure you exclude that part out. If you successfully draft this pattern, congratulations, you just drafted your over bust corset. Now let's draft our cups, which is like the most important aspect of this course. Go in by 1 inch from the chest area and curve it to your under bust. Make sure your curve is like a U and not a V. Notice how I didn't take the curve directly under the bust, so your cup should stop 1 inch away from that point. I start my side curve 2.5 inches away from the side lines. After drafting your cup, look at it and make sure that the curve is perfect. Make necessary adjustments where needed. This should have come earlier, but it's never late. The reason why it's corset is because you want to snatch. By now you should know how many inches you want to snatch under your bust. So it is your waist you're snatching and not your bust. So we'll be taking more inches from the waist and not the bust. The top of your cups should determine how much sleeves you want to show. Here is the most important part. If you miss this part, then you are not going to have a perfect cups or corset. This is called bust tightening. So you're tightening by the side and in front. So whatever you're removing from the tightening, you're adding it to the top so that you are not reducing the size of your cups. The cover is now shorter because of what we just eliminated. Please make sure to add it up when cutting the main fabric. Also label your patterns so that you are not confused when joining. I taped my pieces together because I wanted slanted lines. Some people go right away to use their base like this. This will give you a flat corset, but of course we want a fitted and contoured corset. Also, the number of bonings determine how much snatch and firm you want your corset to be. There's no rule to this, but the more you're boning, the more structured your corset is going to be. So at 2 of those lines, just add very little darts, like 5 cm to the left and right. This darts also helps you to avoid unrealistic curves by the side of your corset. By the time you're done cutting out, your pieces should look like this. Keep this aside and let's draft the back of our corset. The back breadth of your corset should be -3 or minus whatever you use to make your cups. Because I don't like plenty calculations, what I did was I just took the yoke of my front piece and then took the side, and the back piece of my corset block was ready. The back piece is simple basic block. Let's cut out our back yoke. We might need it later depending on what we are going to sew, but certainly not for our corset base. So we are removing 2.5 inches away from the middle part of our corset. Except you want the space to be very big, you can remove up to like 4 inches because you know you'll still cover with the modesty panel. Have you seen corsets where it looks like it is bulging behind? There are 2 reasons to this. It's either the corset is over snatched or the person is really curvy and there's no darts for the corset to sit well at the curves. So let's fix that. Because I want just 2 pieces, the left and the right piece at the back, I am going to give that at the middle of the back. Transfer to your fashion fabrics and your corset is ready to be constructed. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Please drop your questions and your comments below. Also, what sewing tutorials would you want me to drop next?